How's it going, guys? I just wanted to do a quick little video, a little introduction to meditation. So it's something that I do talk about a little bit, definitely in person when I'm talking to people. I always try to recommend doing a meditation practice. So for 20 minutes per day, what I do is I just sit there and do nothing. Sit there for 20 minutes and just, focus on my breathing, focus on a mantra, something to just get me out of, the day-to-day reality of, what's just going on around me. It's like, I almost kind of think of it like it's a sacred time for myself, like it's just 20 minutes just for me, right? So nothing else in the world matters, nothing on Facebook or on YouTube or just nothing else matters except that for 20 minutes, those 20 minutes, it's totally dedicated to just focusing my awareness on my breath or just on the present moment. So I just wanted to go over quickly just some of the benefits that I've noticed. I've noticed a really big difference in how I react to certain situations. So I used to be very emotionally reactive, always just like, this is going on, oh my God, that's going on, oh my God. And I just noticed that I just have a totally different reaction to things when they come up in my life. And that obviously comes with a bit of life experience as well. But I think meditation definitely plays a role in that. So I'm just much more centered, just so much more resourceful and just calm, present, peaceful energy about myself when what's going on around me can seem very frantic. And I definitely think having a meditation practice is one of the reasons why I can achieve that state of almost like peace amongst the franticness, right? And I'm not perfect by any means, but I definitely notice a difference. I notice a change from how I used to be. One thing else that I've noticed is that I can focus so much more clearly when I'm doing work, when I'm working on my laptop, doing YouTube or working on some writing or just working on anything in general. I just notice that I'm just a little bit more present and a little bit more focused on what I'm doing as opposed to just being easily distracted, right? And I can sometimes have a very ADD mind where I'm just like, oh my God, I'm just always kind of searching for some new stimulation. I've just realized with meditation is that I just don't feel that same way anymore. I'm just a little bit more centered, a little bit more focused. One other thing that I've noticed is that when I'm conversing with people, when I'm just talking with people, I've noticed that I can just sit and just focus on them, be more present, be more aware with them, rather than being more in my head. So rather than being trying to think of the next thing to say, right? That's typically how a lot of our conversations can be. You can be listening to somebody, but you're just focusing on what's going on in your head and you're just thinking, oh, I should say that to them, or blah, 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 blah. But I've just noticed that I can just focus on what they're saying, understand them, and have a bit of a deeper connection with them or a deeper conversation with them. Just something that I've noticed that's just kind of changed over time when I started doing a lot more meditation. Something else that I've noticed is that my creativity is much better. So I'm always constantly getting new ideas for things to work on, much more than before. I'm always just constantly the ideas are just popping in my head. When you meditate and you get into the zone, right? When you're meditating, you just get into the zone. You're just holy shit, I'm really fucking present right now. And when you're in that zone, when you're in that really calm, peaceful state, basically all your vibration raises, and all the blocks to having awesome ideas and creativity, it just kind of falls away. And you just start getting all these ideas. It's like, say, some people, I notice this in myself, when I go into the shower and I'm having a shower, that's when I get a lot of really good ideas. So it's something that I do every day. Not necessarily just to clean my body, but because I know I get a lot of good ideas. Because when you're in the shower, if you're just really relaxed in there and you're just enjoying it, your resistance just drops away. And then you can just get that idea that just pops into your head. And meditation acts the exact same way. So it's great for creativity, interacting with people, and just having that really calm, unreactional awareness to a lot of the events that are going on. So what I do, I just want to keep this really simple. I don't want to go into anything too difficult. I'm not a meditation master. I'm just, it's just a hobby, right? It's just something that I enjoy doing. So what I like to do is I just like to sit down in a chair for about 20 minutes a day. Sit there. All I do, I put a sheet around my legs because it's freezing cold here in Canada, and I sit there and I just focus on my breathing. I don't have like a visualization tape or audio or anything like that. I just like to keep it real simple. So when I was in Thailand, I went to a forest monastery and got to meditate with like monks and stuff, and that was totally cool. And they have a mantra that they use. It's Bud Do. So when you inhale, you think to yourself Bud, and then as you exhale, Do, Bud Do, Bud Do, and you just focus on that mantra as you're just sitting there doing nothing. Just sitting there, just focusing on your breath. Bud Do, Bud Do. Now you're inevitably gonna get thoughts. Everybody gets thoughts. So if you're meditating and you're like, oh fuck, I got a thought. Oh fuck, now I just noticed that I got a thought. And you're like, oh damn it. I'm thinking so much, right? That's totally normal. Our minds are just so crazy sometimes, right? Like we just can't stop from thinking. And when you start to meditate, it's gonna be so tough at first. But over time, with practice, with doing a consistent practice, it does get better. It gets much better. And you're gonna be much more in control as opposed to just being like a kite, just flying around. You're just all over the place, right? You're just so much more in control. But that comes with practice, that comes with time. But initially, you're probably gonna have some difficulty, right? It's gonna be very difficult for you to sit down for 20 minutes and actually see a benefit out of it. But in time, I promise you, you will start to see the benefit. But when you do get a thought, because inevitably we all get thoughts and it's gonna happen, all you do is you just realize, oh, I just had a thought. It's no worries. And then bring your awareness back on the breath, bring your awareness back on the mantra if you want to use a mantra, whether you do or not, totally up to you. And then you just go back to the mantra and you just keep doing that. So a thought comes up and you're just like, oh, okay. And you just kind of catch yourself. You're like, oh, geez, I was just thinking there. That's cool. And then you just kind of bring yourself back to your awareness. Something that I also do sometimes while I'm meditating is that if I realize that I'm just constantly just thinking about other stuff, right? And I can't really get present, what I say to myself is I just say to myself, I'm like, Derek, this is 20 minutes for you. Nothing else matters right now, except that you're just present and aware. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Yeah. So that's one way I kind of coax myself into relaxing if I'm kind of having like difficulties doing it. So I personally like to do meditation right in the morning, right when I wake up if I can. I don't really like to do it at night. Some people find that it's better for them to do it at night. Whenever you want to do it, it doesn't really matter. If you want to do it in the morning, you want to do it at night, in the afternoon, whenever you can find the time to do it for yourself is the best time for you. Now, is there any specific like method you have to like sit in a special position? No, you can. I just sit in a chair, and I just do it in a chair and just relax. You can sit on the ground cross-legged. I'd probably stay away from lying down because you're much more likely to fall asleep if you're lying down. And you can focus on having your eyes open, your eyes closed. It's just something that you can experiment with. I just do it with my eyes closed. Do it for 20 minutes. And that's it. So what I do, because I don't want to be thinking about whether or not my 20 minutes is up. So I've just got like a little app for my phone here. It's just like a timer app. You can just download them for free. And all I do is I got meditation timer set for 20 minutes, 30 seconds. So I start the timer. I'm just sitting in the chair and I just kind of get ready for 30 seconds. And then I got 20 minutes of full meditation. So all I have to do is hit start, and then it just starts counting down, and then there's an alarm at the end. And I like using the alarm there just so that I know that my 20 minutes will be up eventually, and I don't have to think about that. I don't have to worry about it. And what's kind of cool is after you do it for a while, is that you get this like intuitive just little bling, like in your head, a few seconds before your buzzer goes off. I've had that happen quite a few times where I'm just like, I just get this like, just weird intuitive thought, and I'm just like, ding, and it's like, oh, and then beep, 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 I hear my alarm go off, which is kind of cool. So meditation is absolutely a really cool little practice. It's absolutely free. It's so simple, but it's not necessarily easy, right? It's not necessarily easy just to sit down for 20 minutes and do nothing. So it's something that you just want to kind of experiment with. Maybe say you want to do it once a day for a week. Do it once a day for a week. Try it out. See what happens, right? Experiment with it. Try doing it for 30 days. See what happens. See what changes you notice in your life based on that one change. It's really, really cool to experiment with your life because in that way, you know whether or not something works based on your own experience. And whether you know something works based on your own experience is the best way to know whether or not something works. Because you know, based on your own experience, you're not going through somebody else's opinion, right? Through somebody else's experience. But you know for you whether or not it works. And that's one of the great ways of going about growing as a conscious being, is that through experimentation, right? Doing 30-day challenges and just trying things out. You don't have to do it for the rest of your life every single day. You don't want to put that burden of responsibility on yourself, or that burden of pressure to do it for the rest of your life. But meditation it's really badass. I think it's so cool. I love it. It's like that 20 minutes that I have just to myself. I can do whatever I want for the rest of the day, but those 20 minutes, totally just for me to enjoy it. It's almost like sleep. I almost think of like sleep in the same way. Sleep is like a sacred time. It's like time you just get to restore and regenerate. And that's kind of like what meditation is. You're just kind of restoring that, just that calm, peaceful, beautiful energy in yourself. And it's really simple to do. So if you have any questions or comments about meditation, put them in the box below. If you want to do a 30-day challenge, let me know and we can do that up and see what happens. Awesome. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Peace out.